Welcome to the session. In this session, we are going to discuss about Python programs. Now let us see. We have a pattern programs like printing of multiple stars in different patterns. Here in this example, I am taking a symbol is a special symbol star. I'm going to print multiple stars in this pattern. For example, if you take first line, in that I'm going to print one star, on a second line double star, and next third line 3 stars, and like that fourth line 4 stars. To write this same code in Python, let us see how we are going to print. First, we are going to take for loops to execute this code. For each and every line, I'm going to take a first for loop. After that, in each and every line, I done some activity. What is that activity? That activity is on a first line, it is to print first star. On a second line, I'm going to print 2 stars. On a third line, 3 stars, like that. That means selecting of the line is by using first for loop, and after selecting of that line, I'm done some activity. That activity is going to be done by using another for loop. This is the simple logic we are going to implement here. It is same as it is how we are implemented in your C programming language. Let us see the syntax. Now I am writing a syntax for I in range of 1 comma we all know in range we have for starting 1 here and next ending means that means how many iterations you want. If you want 4 iterations, you have to write 5 here. If you want 5 iterations, you are going to write 6 here. In this example, I am taking 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. That's why here you are going to write 5. If it is 5, this for loop, this I is going to be iterate 4 times. That means this is I1, 2, 3, 4. What it's going to be done? It simply selects this I says, what is the line number? This I says the line number. That means first line, second line, third line, and fourth line, like that. Next, if I select first line, what I have to do? I have to print star for 1 time. Next, if I select 2, that means if I go with the 2, I'm going to print this star 2 times. If it is 3, I'm going to print star 3 times. We already know by using this for loop, I simply select the lines. For I is 1, I am selected the first line. For I is 2, selected the second line. I is 3, go with the third line and fourth line, like that, so on. Next, for I equals to 1, what do you have to do? Let us see. For, I am taking another for loop for j in range of 0 comma I. For j in range of 0 comma I. Why I? That means for the first line, how many times you have to print star? 1 time. For the second line, how many times you have to print star? 2 times. That means the count of stars is equals to the line number. The count of stars. Here the count of star is 1, 2, 3. Here count of star is 3. That means you are in third line. If the count of star is 4, you are in fourth line. That's why you have to print up to the count of that line. That's why here I am going to take it as 1. The for loop range is 0, 1. The for loop range is 0, 1. That means it iterates. That means this J for loop iterates. This is the inner for loop. Inner for loop. This for loop iterates one time. That means 0, 1 means one time. Next, after completion of that, it iterates again. So after that, again the for I value is going to be replaced with 2. That means it iterates 2 times, 0 and 1. If it is 3, it iterates for 1, 2, 3, like that only. Okay, now I am going to print star here, and here we have a new statement, and equals to empty string. You have to represent string with double quotes or single quotes. Okay, here I am using a empty string. What and equals to empty string says? If I don't want to go to a new line, so you simply give and equals to empty string. For example, after printing of this star in the second line, after printing of this star, you don't go to the next line. You have to print the next star here, right? You have to print the next star here. After printing of this star, you have to print the second star immediately and third star again immediately. Okay, so after completion of this complete task, then only you go with the fourth line. That's why here, if you want to stay on the same line, you have to use and equals to column. That means it simply stay on the same line, not to the next line. Okay, like that. So after that, I am going to use a empty print statement. This empty print statement has to, if this statement executes, what happened? It simply bring the, after completion of this task, it simply bring your data to the next line. This is the complete task. Let us see what happened if you execute this code. For example, for I in range of 1, 5. For example, now I equals to 1. I equals to 1. I equals to 1. Now let us see what happened. For j in range of 0, I means again 1. I means 1 now. Okay, 0, 1 means how many times it iterates? The range 0, 1 means it used to iterate one time only. Okay, print star. It simply prints star. Again and equals to. Again and equals to. That means the cursor stay here only. The cursor stay here only. After that, it again iterates the j. It again iterates the for loop. The for loop condition is going to be failed. It come to the print statement. That means now cursor come to the down. So again iterates I equals to 2. Now I equals to 2. That means 0, 2. 0, 2. How many times it's going to be iterates? Now I equals to 2. How many times it iterates? It iterates 0, 2 means j is 0, 1. 0, 2 means that means 0 and 1 is going to be executed. So first now star here. Because of and, it stay here only. Again prints double star for the second iteration. For j equals to 0, it prints a star, and for j equals to 1, it prints the second star. After that, this j loop is going to be completed. Again, I have one more print statement to go with the third line. To go to the third line. Here, I have ji again. I going to be increment to 3. I going to increment to 3. Now I am in third line. Now, here 0 comma 3, that means how many times it's going to be iterate? 0, 1 and 2. If it is 4, 0, 1, 2, 3. That's why here I am going to take 0 comma 3, that means 0, 1, 2. That's why it used to print star 3 times. After completion of this, again go to the third line and I value is going to increment it to 4. The fourth line is going to selected. So after selecting the fourth line, 0 comma 4. 0 comma 4 is nothing but 0, 1, 2, 3. That means 4 times this star going to be print. After that, again I value is reached to 5. The main for loop is going to be closed. So like this, you have to print your pattern by using for loop in different models. Not only this model, if you have multiple models to print the statements, you have to practice all the models what we are learned in C programming language. Next, second program. Second program I am going to take. First, I am going to take two inputs, 2 strings. That means string 1 and string 2. String 1 and string 2. For example, my first string is A, B, C, D. And second string is A, B, C, D. First, condition 1. What is the condition? My condition is, first I used to check the length of these 2 strings are equal. Length of strings are equal. This is the first condition I used to check. If the condition is true, I used to do a operation. The first character in first string and the first character in second string used to print together. What is first character in first string? A. And what is first character in second string? It is also capital A. I used to print these 2 strings together. That means A. After that, the second character in first string and the second character in second string used to print together. That means B. Like that, C and D. I used to print like this. When you print like this, if these 2 strings are in equal length, if those are not equal, you just print strings are not equal length. This is the procedure we have. First, how can you take these 2 strings? We already know we have an input statement. By using input statement, you can take 2 strings. I am going to take A equals to input of enter string 1. Here I am taking a variable A. A is a string 1. It is A. Now I am taking again B. I am taking second string input of enter string 2. String 2. I am taking the second string which is nothing but B. Now let us go with the condition. We have 2 conditions. Whether these 2 strings are equal or not. these two strings are equal or not. I have some duties. If both strings are equals, I have some more duties too if both strings are not equal. First, I used to check the condition whether two strings are equal or not. How can you check? We have a method len. Len of A equals to len of B. If these two strings are equal, that means string 1 is A and string 2 is B, these two strings are equal, you have to do like this. Now, we have to do print. What do you have to print? I used to print first character. I used to print first character in string 1 and first character in string 2. For that, I am writing a for loop for I in range of 0 comma len of A. I am taking len of A. Why not len of B? Because len of A is equals to len of B. You can take len of B also. So here my final requirement is to get the length of that particular strings. Now what we have to do is print A of I comma and equals to, I'm testing. Already we have discussed it, and it says what? It used to stay on the same line, not to the next line. After printing of this A, you need to stay on the same line, not to the next line. Otherwise, it go to the next line and print this capital A on the next line. Next again, print B of I, comma, and equals to like this. These are the two statements we have. What first statements used to do? A of I. For example, here initially I value is 0. Initially I value is 0. That means we have to take I value as 0. A of 0. What is A of 0? For example, in this string I am taking, this is 0, 1, 2 and 3. A of 0 means small a. That means I am printing A of I. I means 0. That means A of 0 is nothing but small a. It prints small a like this. Next, again come to the next statement. I am printing B of I. What is I again? Again I is 0. B of I means here this is B and B of 0 is A. It prints A. Because of this end, it used to stay on the same line. Next, the for loop iterates. Now I value is 1. At this case, it prints A of 1. What is A of 1? It is B. You are in same line, not in the next line. Next, B of 1. B of 1 is nothing but capital B. Next again, I value incremented to 2. Again it iterates. A of 2. A of 2 is nothing but C. And B of 2 is nothing but capital C. Again, I value incremented to 3. A of 4 equals to D and B of 4 is equals to capital D. Like this it prints. And I have one more condition. If these two strings are not equals, I have a else condition. Else, what I have to do? Print both strings are not equal. Okay, this is the next program we have to take two inputs I'm taking two inputs by using input method, and I check the condition whether the two strings are equal length or not. After checking of this condition, I used to do a thing to print first character in first string and first character in second string together. After that, second character in first string and second character in second string together. Like this, I am going to print statements like this. And also I done one thing, if both strings are not equal, the length of both strings are not equal, I just simply print both strings are not equal. This is the second program we have. Okay, next program. In this program, I used to take a numerical input. For example, I am taking value like this. Here, this value is just 10,000. This is my input. I am expected an output like this. You used to insert, that means comma operator between these two values. If you take input like this, you used to place comma here. So this is the American standard notation to represent a numerical words. We all know this. Now, Python has a simple code to represent this format. Let us see. Now I used to take an input. I am taking a variable num. Here I am taking int of input of enter value. What this num contains? This num contains this value. I used to convert this number in this way by adding commas. That means how many commas you want. It's based on the decimal we have. So let us see. Here we have a simple syntax. I'm just using print statement. Original number you are given. My original number is simply stored in num. We all know. That means I am simply print num here. After that, I used to print the formatted number with commas. Formatted with commas. The value now, how can you write? Here we have a small syntax. Let us observe. Let us observe. This is the continuous statement to here. I used to open a flower brackets. This flower brackets contains a semicolon. Contains semicolon. Simply represent comma. The formatted with comma, I just use a flower brackets, open and close flower brackets, and use colon and also comma. And I'm closing this part. And again, dot, use dot, format of, what is the value, where in which variable the value is stored in num. This is the simple syntax used to represent data like this. Here, what happened? Let us see. I am taking a variable which is num. Here, your value is stored in that num, and I am printing my original number. It simply prints 10,000 or 1 lakh or 10 lakh like this normally. After that, I am using formatted with comma. Here, I use a braces which contains colon and comma. It used to separate the values with commas. Dot format of num. Okay, like this. If you execute this code, if you give input like this, you will get output. That means based on how count of zeros after the one, based on the counts of zeros, it automatically provides a comma between the digits. Okay, thank you.